Maybe.
What's up, Walk-ins? Welcome, crew. I'm excited to tell you about our 2023 Internet Marketing Plan webinar. It's coming up on December 15th at 10:30 a.m. Central Time, and I'm promoting it a little early because my buddy Michael is going to be doing some heavy lifting on here. I may make a cameo. I haven't decided yet. However, I do know it's going to really help you set up your 2023 for success for your digital marketing, and I want to invite you. It's free. And it is not a sales pitch. I want to say those two things. It's going to be incredibly useful information with practical applications that you can put into your patient care business right out of the gate. It's going to be, again, December 15th at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, your 2023 Internet Marketing Plan. We will see you there. Well, it's Wednesday in your world, and that means there's another episode of Walk-ins Welcome coming your way. If you're driving down the road, or if you are in a gym, or if you're just walking your dog, we're glad you're listening to us because it's our goal to help patient care companies triple their revenue through digital marketing services, exceptional patient experience. I'm your host, Nick Horde. I've got my co-host, Michael Ray, with me. Really, the host, Michael Ray, your co-host, Nick Horde. Yeah. However you want to look at it, we're kind of equal in this whole thing. But I did want to say, hopefully you're coming off Thanksgiving. I hope you had a great one.
Yeah, and so we're heavy into the holiday season.
It's thick.
It's really, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the second Thanksgiving's over, I was literally looking at my calendar at home, and I was like, wow, December's going to go really fast because I already got at least 3 or 4 family events plugged into the calendar. Like, well, this is going to be interesting. Right. So anyway, but yeah, so we're deep in the holiday, and because of that, we're actually going to have, I would say, like a series of holiday-ish.
Few of them.
Episodes coming up. Speaking of today, actually, so we're actually talking about celebrating team during the holidays.
Yeah, and this is one of those things that it really needs to become a part of your DNA as your company.
Yep.
I think any good leadership in any organization, especially in the retail healthcare space, you're going to want to celebrate the team that goes out and bust it. It's one thing, Michael, for our team to get together and to kill it for our clients. It's something entirely different in the healthcare world. Y'all are crazy busy.
Yeah. Yeah. And if anything, and with people being all these families stuck together, more sicknesses come out of it for sure. School time is always interesting right now.
Sometimes you're just sick of your family.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I love my family. Thanks, Mom. Love you.
That's funny. But no, like this is just a tough time all around. Like as my dad would say, happy holidays, boo-hoo. That's what he would.
Oh, gosh. So he is the Grinch.
We joke he's the
You're
Grinch.
a mean one.
Mr. Grinch. Anyway, but although last night or 2 nights ago, he sends a picture of this thing he decorated on his front porch so the grandkids could have fun. So like cool. He's the Grinch, but not quite.
So he's faking the Grinch.
Yeah. I think he was more Grinchy when we were kids. Well, less Grinchy now.
Did you see that there is a movie about the Grinch coming out this year called The Mean One?
Of course. And then I think tomorrow,
like a murderous Grinch.
Well, tomorrow night, or not tomorrow, today is the release of Violent Night.
Actually, I saw a review on that, and it was both gory and fun.
Yeah, I heard about that. So,
right. Well, look, let's talk about celebrating your team during the holidays. As always, we like to put this in the form of bullet points. I've got 5 of them. Michael's got maybe some bonus insights on here. Speaking of bonus, let's get right to number 1. Give your team a bonus.
Yeah. I mean, this is something like we've all heard year-end bonuses,
right?
And going into the Christmas Vacation world, that movie about getting a year-end bonus and not jelly. We joke about don't do the jelly a month club here, but the reality is for some people they expect it, need it. It's not just because let's be honest, the holidays are expensive.
They are. Not
just the gift buying, but the travel, the food, the everything. And so giving a bonus, like it's also not just, it's that time of year I got to give people extra money. It's also like a thank you. Like, hey, we had a really great year. I'm going to reward you in some capacity.
Or you're recovering from a crazy year.
Yeah, like.
It could be either way.
Or like, here, you need this because we survived.
That's right. So, now, we've been doing those kind of incrementally with our team. We didn't save it for Christmas. We've been rolling it out during ones and stuff like that. And I'm not going to go into details because that doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, money talks, right? Don't send a Jelly of the Month club. All right. But you
don't do a Little Caesars pizza party.
That's it. That's it for sure. But you can also get creative, right? So I'm not going to say anything to you, but like we've tried to get creative with our gift giving.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be a dollar amount or something like that, we've tried to get creative. Now we're still doing dollars, but just trying to get creative with that. It could be anything, but it's got to be relevant to your team, not some crappy gift.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to make sense. Got to make things exciting, something unique, not just something you got at the gas station on the way in. You know, be careful there. I mean, honestly, sometimes alcohol is a good thing.
That's right.
In terms of a gift. I mean, sometimes you can't go wrong, but also
giving a bottle of wine, a bottle of champagne. You know what would be super cool that I would get jazzed about? My dad actually gave it to me. If you're watching, it's right. Hold on, can I do it? Right there. All right. So I just pointed at a bottle of whiskey, Jack Daniels, that's got our company name on it that my dad had ordered for me because my wife drank all of my other wine.
Yeah, that's funny.
But that's another story for another time. But here's the thing: give a great gift. Don't give some crappy, unthoughtful, trying to save yourself money type of gift. That's not how that's going to work.
Yeah, it actually kind of works backwards for you. So keep that in mind.
So I already know number 2 is going to be a bit controversial, Michael. So do you want me to read this, or do you want to take the heat in the emails we're going to get back?
I kind of feel like you wrote this.
I did write this. All right. Throw a Christmas party.
Nick at Patient Cares.
Throw a Christmas party. And if you're going to call it a holiday party, I just want to remind you, nobody's ever been to a Hanukkah party before. Like, call it what it is and be respectful to the holiday, but you can also be respectful of other people's views. And if you absolutely need to check the inclusivity box, take your party to a neutral site. I want to not spend too much time here other than to say, you're going to have Christmas lights up. You're going to have a Christmas tree up. You don't have to call it a
You're probably
holiday party.
You're probably going to wear red and green.
Yes. And if you're not going to do all of those things, that's fine. At least you're being consistent in your thought process, and I appreciate that about you. But if everything else looks like Christmas, call it a stinking Christmas party. Or if you're going to have a holiday party, make it neutral. That's what I'm trying to get at here with this bullet point. I'm not trying to be political. I'm not trying to be religious. I'm trying to get people to call things as they are.
I mean, I guess you could, if there was like a legitimate issue there, you could call it like the year-end bash or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but again, you take it to a neutral site. It shouldn't be wrapped up in presents.
Right.
Because, by the way, Christmas brought that to the table. Like, anyway, I don't want to get into all that other than I think, like, you need to call it what it is and quit pandering, or be completely pandering and be super neutral. That's what I think.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to leave my opinion at that. There's some fun things that you can do is, one, Michael, you can make it like a potluck.
Yeah.
Right? Have people bring their favorite recipes or make their favorite recipes and bring it in.
Or like hybrid it where you cater some core things and then people bring in their favorite dessert or whatever you want to do to take off the pressure. And it also kind of depends on the size of your company. It's kind of difficult to do a potluck if you have 200 people going to show up. Like, that's probably going to be messy.
Yeah, but some good catering will go
Yeah, but yeah. So, but then it's only like 5 of you. I think potluck will be a lot of fun.
Right.
And we potlucked our Halloween party.
Yeah, and it was fun.
Yeah, we enjoyed and ate all the food.
Yeah, we did.
Still got some candy.
Yeah, we did. No doubt about that. I like the Secret Santa, but people also do the Dirty Santa. Okay,
I like Dirty Santa.
Do you can you explain real quick what the difference in Secret and Dirty Santa is?
Well, to me, the difference is the quality of the gift.
There's no doubt about it.
Like,
Secret, meh. Dirty, it's gonna be fantastic, and there's gonna be a fight.
yeah. So we used to do in my side of family, we would do dirty. Well, it said Secret Santa, but a lot of people would turn it into Dirty Santa, and we the one gift I kept giving for a while, I gave it. And then for like 3 years, it kept coming back. It was a box of 100 earplugs, like the orange ones you shrivel up, put in your ears.
Right.
Because it's so stupid. But then it's like, well, I kind of have a need for that occasionally, and so it just kept coming back year after year. Then finally, I was like, all right, I'll be nicer. I'll just bring a 6-pack of beer, and everybody chased that one.
So I'm on a purely simple level. Secret Santa, you buy for someone else.
Yep.
Dirty Santa, you buy for yourself and you fight for it.
Yep.
Okay. So
or you put a gag gift.
Yeah.
Level
Or a gag gift, but even still, it's going to be fun. So I'm going to explain it super quick so we can move on, right? Secret Santa, you draw names of people that are on your team, and you only buy something within a certain dollar amount that's agreed upon for that team member, so you don't have to worry about 30 other people.
Like, you remember Four Christmases? You ever seen that movie?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
When
I saw that for the first time last year.
It's so good.
It is good.
But it's like when they brought in, I got you the Xbox. What happened to the $20 limit?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, I forgot about that. All right, so Dirty Santa, little different. You're gonna get something within a dollar amount, and it can be a gag gift or something that you want. You're gonna wrap it, and then everybody brings their present and they puts it in the middle of the room, and
then,
you sit around it, and then
Start numbering out.
yeah, start numbering people out. There's a certain number of people, and you draw for the, like, if there's 30 people, you write on a little note card or something 1 through 30, and everybody draws it, and that's the order you draw your gift. And then when you draw that gift, somebody can steal that gift.
Yeah, is it and depending on the rules, a two still rule or three?
I do too.
Yeah, two still rule.
Yeah, because anyway, go look it up on a YouTube channel. It's worth it. But it's if you want to just give a gift and make it go by and do something special, do the Secret Santa. If you want to have a stupid good time, do the Dirty Santa.
Yeah, if you're wanting some agenda to your holiday party of some sort, then the Dirty Santa's where it's at.
Absolutely.
Because it probably takes, like, depending on the size, probably takes close to an hour to get through a Dirty Santa gift giving. And it gets really competitive at the end, and then people get mad, which is fun.
Now, back to the original point of this is it's here to celebrate your team. Y'all are having a blast, having fun, enjoying each other's company, and it's just a really good time. Michael, give us the third.
Well, one thing I was going to add,
Go back
though,
to two.
on the party stuff.
Right.
Do it outside of hours.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Don't, because if you do it within hours, somebody lost.
Right.
Like, somebody can't do it. Or it's just like, oh, we only got 30 minutes. Let's get through this before everything falls apart.
Right.
So try to, and be and honestly, try to toward the beginning of December, because the further into December you go, the less likely people can show up.
No doubt.
So
Yep, it gets busier and busier and busier and busier.
yeah. Anyway, sorry, I just thought about that.
All right, number three.
Number 3, give some time off to people.
Gift of time.
The only thing you can't get back.
That's it. It's priceless.
Yeah, so, and this all depends really on your industry and your workload, because in our world, our company, we take off between Christmas and New Year.
We close Christmas Day through New Year's Day. Everybody gets paid. Everybody's paid time off.
Nobody comes in.
And we have typically one person, usually me, but thank God for Brad this year who stepped up.
Yeah, Brad stepped up.
And here's it. Like, he's only looking out for emergencies because everything else is going to be just fine.
And that's our world, right?
Our world.
That's our world, and that was our effort to make it happen.
Right.
Because if we kind of half did it, wouldn't work. I remember, was it the first year was okay, and I think was it the second year we were trying to do more than a week, and it was just a disaster.
Yeah, it was too much time.
It was too much time. Nothing was getting done.
It's because of where it fell. We were off
rough.
for like 11 days.
It was rough.
It was crazy.
But anyway, all that being said, like, it was dedicated. We all look forward to it. We expect it so much that most of us have things planned that week.
Right.
So it's just something you can't do spur of the moment. You really need to kind of enter. If this is brand new to you, I'm going to let my entire company take time off. Then introduce it early in the year so that people can plan around it.
Now, I will say in the patient care space, that's going to be a really difficult thing for you to do, to close shop for a week.
But if you could split it.
Well, what I was going to say is give everybody a paid day off. Paid.
Yeah.
Not a weekend, not a day they were already going to take off anyway, not letting them use one of their vacation days, giving them an extra day off that doesn't count toward their sick, doesn't count toward their vacation. You're just giving them, hey,
It's a free day.
Pick a day this month that you want off. It's on me.
Yeah.
Go enjoy it. You won't get a call.
And or then you can also, everybody depends, but it's just an idea. You can split up like, let's say your team's big enough where you can run skeleton style.
Right.
Where, let's say you have 10 people full time, but really 5 people could handle.
Or even 3 or 4.
Yeah, could handle a couple of days at a time.
A front desk, a nurse, and a doctor.
Yeah. And so, like, I've seen where, like, you give Monday, Tuesday, that one team. Wednesday, they all come back together, make sure everything is handed off. And then Thursday, Friday, the other team takes time. So, like, there's ways to do this. It really, you'd have to think about your own team, but it all goes back to just giving some time back, because this time of the year, any time given to them is precious. Because,
especially during this time of year.
Because A, they can knock out the shopping they've been trying to do.
That's right.
B, they can go visit some family that they.
That's it.
Yeah.
They should add bullet point C. You just brought it up. Let them have their free paid day off to go do all their Christmas shopping without having a dedication to go home and do something with their family.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy, but I just need to be able to go shop without my family.
Or you can even sweeten the deal.
good.
Don't recommend. Don't say this is for everybody. Sweeten the deal. Take a shopping day. Here's a $100 gift card to get it started.
Now
So
you're
layers,
speaking my love language
layers.
right there. Let's go to number 4.
All right. Donate to charity as a team.
It's one of my favorite things that we do here.
Yep.
It is. So I recommend leaving politics and religion out of it. Okay. Unless you're looking at like a church soup kitchen or something like that. But what I'm talking about is looking to donate either money, time, stuff, if you will, right? But recommend getting your team involved, right? One of the things that we do, Michael, that you came up with, why don't you explain that?
Yeah.
We're going to do it, what, next week?
Yeah, Monday.
Okay. This
Yeah.
is for this podcast. We would never make updates about it. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we don't post this anywhere.
Yeah.
But as a company, we sponsor children.
Right.
Depending on what the need is, / what we're like, the size of our team and stuff like that. But ultimately, we sponsor kids in need. We go through a charity. So, I'm sure most of you have probably heard of this either through your church or through a local nonprofit or your county DHR stuff, where there are hundreds, thousands of kids that don't have a Christmas.
Right.
And they rely on individuals, families, or businesses to donate gifts. And so what we do though, I reach out to Grace Klein community. So Grace Klein is here in Birmingham. They're actually more of a food bank than anything, but for Christmas they have a couple of hundred kids that need sponsoring because that's part of the families they help feed as well. And I reach out to them and say, hey, we want to sponsor 2 children this year. Great. Here are the profiles, 2 kids. And that gives out sizes, age, interests, what they need. Boom. And then for us as a team, instead of a team meeting, we split up our team and go buy these gifts.
Yep.
And
Company pays for it, by the way.
yeah, company
I
on the
pay
company
for it.
card. Yeah, it's on
Right.
the company cards. But it's more of a team outing. Like we go out and we all pick. It's kind of like a little bit of a competition sometimes. Like, what did you get? But it's really just like because this particular one we're doing right now, they're twins. So this should be a lot of fun.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, from what I can tell, they look like twins. But same last name, same age, so same everything. So I'm like, oh, it must be twins.
No relation.
But anyway, right. But anyway, so we do that. We go buy clothing, toys, one cool thing that they actually ask for is that you buy a family board game so they can do family time, which is really cool. If your nonprofit hasn't mentioned that, I recommend it actually that you can buy them a family board game because then it just allows that family to be a family.
That's right.
So it's really cool stuff.
I want to add one thing to this because we were a part of this not too long ago at one of our conferences. Now, I don't like the way it was executed, and I would never do it this way.
Oh, yeah.
But to get your team to have some skin in the game, and what I'm talking about, like they need to feel the gift of giving.
Yeah.
Okay. So the company can pay for the food, but let all of your team members, so go out to dinner, go out to lunch, whatever, and go to somewhere that isn't a highfalutin restaurant. I'm talking about like the waiters and waitresses need your tip.
Like the Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House, something like what you know where to go. Y'all know where to go. Y'all know what's going on in your community and where people are that they're serving tables because they absolutely do it for a living and they need it, right? Okay, that being said, go to one of those places, get your entire team, the company, buy lunch, and then everybody else predetermine an amount of money that they want to give. That's a ridiculous amount of money. Like instead of leaving a $5 tip, leave a $50 tip, something like that. And then you pull it all together and you hand that person an envelope full of cash.
Yeah.
Like I think we did what, $3,500 or something like that.
Yeah, we were part of a lunch or a couple of lunches, but the tip was one tip was like $2,200.
It was crazy.
Another tip was like $1,000, which in anybody's world, like that's a life-changing moment for somebody. So, and from our standpoint, it was just not that much money individually.
Yeah, it was broken up. Now, here's where it fell apart for me, and I'm saying this as a teaching tool. I think you should do this different than the way I experienced it.
You're right.
Don't put it on, like, if everybody gets their phones out and starts recording this person,
It's a different animal.
that is not what it's for.
No, like
That is not celebrating as
Like,
a team. That's celebrating yourself.
do it almost doing it secretly.
Yeah.
Like, here you go, thank you, and then move on. Don't expect anything in return. Don't pull
That
out.
gift at that point wasn't for them.
Right.
Just
Right.
to be
Yeah.
clear.
There's
You remember
a,
sitting there, Michael?
Yeah. I was just like,
I mean, you and I were like the only two people there who didn't have our phones.
yeah,
out.
my
We're
phone
both-
was just sitting on the table. I was like, I'm not doing. But anyway, all that being said, like, and this is something we put in here. This is not for social media. Any type of charity stuff. Like, there are thousands of companies that do stuff all the time, charity wise, and we have no idea. And there's intention behind that because it just, yeah, it makes you feel good. You can put it out there. I'm exposing some stuff. Blah blah. It's not the point because you're kind of doing it for a self. Sounds terrible, but you may be doing it for a selfish reason, not so much. I'd even say this, like the stuff that we do with the sponsored children, we don't write it off. We don't keep the receipt or anything. Mm-mm. It's just gone. Like, we don't look for tax benefits from it or anything.
So okay, hypocrites, why are you talking about it now? Hey, listen, we're just trying to give you guys some ideas to really go out and impact your community. This is done out of a good place, not a selfish place.
Well,
we're certainly not bragging.
And we know that we're talking to owners.
That's right.
And so, because we've had feedback, like most of you guys are owners or managers, and we're just giving you ideas at this point. But
Right.
anyway,
Number 5, and let's wrap it.
create traditions. This has become a staple of your culture.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's sometimes that's something you have to remember. A tradition isn't one and done.
But just a quick example this year. Here's how it turns into a tradition when your team doesn't say, hey, what are we doing for charity this year? They say, hey, how many kids are we sponsoring?
Yeah,
That was the question, not
or
what are we doing? There was no question
or
about
it's like,
what we were doing.
Or where's the list?
That's it.
Yeah, I had that question like, where are the kids? I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
Yeah.
Right. So that obviously has translated in from something that we were thinking about doing to some, hey, like this is what we do. It's going to be weird if we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So anyway, the more of those type of traditions that you're able to create with your team, it's going to do some things. It's going to build some value into your culture. It's going to build some stickability into your team. Like if somebody was thinking about leaving over a $1 raise and they remember the traditions that they are a part of, that's going to be a deciding factor on whether or not they stay with you.
Yeah, it's a thing. It really is. But yeah, going back over this real quick. So just the 5 things that we talked about. Give a bonus.
Yep.
Money talks. Throw a Christmas holiday party and be conscious about that. It could be potluck, Secret Santa versus Dirty Santa.
So much fun.
We vote Dirty Santa most of the time.
Go in on Christmas or go in on holiday, but don't try and mix the two.
Yeah, just stick to it.
You're going to offend somebody if you try and mix it.
Yep.
Okay.
Give time off.
Yes.
The gift of time.
Yep.
Donate to a charity as a team, and that's the key. As a team,
Yep.
not just the company wrote a check. Like, get the team involved, and then build your traditions.
I want to go back to one other thing here, and then we will literally wrap up. So a lot of people that listen to us have multi-location urgent cares. Okay, so get internally, not externally. Get each location to compete on this charity piece. I'm telling you, you're going to make a huge impact, and your team's going to buy in a big.
Any type. And let's say that talking about if you're
Who gave the biggest tip?
Yeah, or talking about multi-location in general. If you guys have like a ugly Christmas sweater contest, do it per location and do like a tier thing where, well, this person wanted this location, this one. Now they're going to compete for the champion. And it may be like this fun trophy y'all come up with or something. It's just something that gets into it. Or maybe you guys are really into decorating Christmas trees. Who's got the craziest decorated tree for your office? You know, there could be just layers to that. So. But yeah, I love the competition side because it just brings out the fun.
Just made me think of that.
Yep.
Well,
Awesome.
listen, I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I really hope that you take some of these ideas and put them into practice for your team. People matter. What you do matters. And this is only going to be a blessing and a benefit to your team. It's not going to cause damage. I promise you it's not going to cause damage.
Yeah. It's just going to have some fun. So.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, we will catch you on the next one. And if you don't hear from our next episode, Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Have a good one.